What if I told you that your past mistakes, your failures, and even your fears are not the end of your story, but the beginning of your greatest breakthrough? Imagine if, right now, you had the power to clear your mind, start fresh, and aim your life toward exactly where you want to go. The truth is, you do. Your mind shapes your destiny because every outcome in your life begins with a thought. Thoughts are invisible, yet they are the architects of everything you see around you. Every invention, every business, every achievement, and even every failure is the direct result of a thought that was first conceived in someone's mind. When a person believes they are capable, their actions align with that belief, and they begin to move toward opportunities that validate it. When they believe they are powerless or destined to fail, their actions reflect hesitation, fear, and avoidance, and they unconsciously walk into outcomes that match those limiting beliefs. The human mind is like fertile soil. Whatever you plant in it will grow. If you plant seeds of doubt and fear, your life will harvest failure and regret. If you plant seeds of faith, courage, and vision, your life will produce opportunities, growth, and success. Most people underestimate the influence of their daily thoughts. They imagine that their external conditions are purely shaped by luck, by circumstance, or by the decisions of others. But in truth, circumstances follow the direction of the mind. Two people can face the same challenge. One sees it as an obstacle that blocks the path. The other sees it as an opportunity to grow stronger. The difference is not in the challenge, but in the way the mind interprets it. The quality of your thoughts dictates the quality of your life. To change your destiny, you must first discipline your thinking. Consider how a single dominant thought has the power to shape an entire future. A person who constantly thinks, "I am not enough, I will never succeed," will unconsciously filter the world through that belief. They will avoid risks, shrink from opportunities, and sabotage their own progress, often without realizing it. On the other hand, a person who holds firmly to the thought, "I am capable, I will succeed," finds courage to act, persistence to continue, and vision to see solutions where others see only problems. The thought becomes a magnet, pulling them toward the very circumstances that align with what they consistently hold in mind. Your destiny is not determined by random chance, but by the direction of your dominant thoughts. The thoughts you dwell upon most frequently begin to shape your emotions. Those emotions influence your decisions. Those decisions shape your actions. And those actions create results. If the root is weak, the fruit will never be strong. By guarding the root of your thoughts, you take command of the harvest in your life. Success is not first earned in the bank account, in the career, or in the applause of others. It is first earned in the mind. Failure is not first experienced in loss, rejection, or defeat. It is first born in doubt, fear, and surrender to negative thinking. Think of your mind as a compass that points toward your future. If it is set toward fear, every step you take will bring you closer to failure. If it is set toward faith and vision, every step you take, no matter how small, will lead you closer to success. The reason some people achieve what others cannot is not that they are more talented or more privileged, but that they have learned to discipline their thoughts, to hold firm to their vision, and to refuse entry to the negative whispers that try to poison the mind. You cannot escape the influence of your own thinking. Wherever you go, your thoughts go with you. If they are filled with courage and determination, you carry an atmosphere of strength wherever you step. If they are filled with fear and defeat, you carry an atmosphere of weakness that colors every interaction, every opportunity, and every decision. Your outer life is nothing more than a reflection of your inner life. The mirror never lies. This is why it is vital to take charge of what you allow into your mind. Just as you would not leave the door of your home open to thieves, do not leave the door of your mind open to destructive thoughts. Protect it. Choose carefully the ideas you allow to take root. Surround yourself with words, images, and people that reinforce belief in your potential, not doubt in your worth. Train yourself daily to replace thoughts of failure with thoughts of persistence, to replace thoughts of fear with thoughts of courage, to replace thoughts of limitation with thoughts of possibility. Your mind is the workshop in which your destiny is being built every day, and every thought is a tool that either constructs your success or tears it down. To reset your mind is to take command of your inner world and release yourself from the chains of yesterday. The human mind carries memories, regrets, and disappointments like heavy baggage, and if left unchecked, these burdens drain energy and cloud vision. You cannot create a new life while holding on to the weight of old failures. Resetting the mind is the deliberate act of clearing away the residue of fear, anger, doubt, and regret, and replacing it with thoughts that empower and direct you toward growth. Just as a traveler cannot journey far while dragging unnecessary load, a person cannot progress while clinging to the debris of the past. Resetting does not mean forgetting everything that has happened. It means learning from what has occurred, extracting wisdom from each experience, and then letting go of the emotional grip it has on you. Too often people replay their mistakes in their minds, punishing themselves long after the lesson has already been delivered. This habit keeps the past alive in the present and paralyzes the future. A reset breaks this cycle. It is a conscious choice to declare that yesterday no longer has authority over today. The process of resetting the mind begins with awareness. You must observe the stream of thoughts that run through your consciousness each day. If they are dominated by fear, negativity, or doubt, then your mental lens is dirty, and everything you see will appear distorted. By resetting, you wipe that lens clean. You train yourself to see possibility instead of limitation, opportunity instead of defeat, hope instead of despair. Once this shift occurs, energy is released and clarity emerges. Resetting also requires forgiveness, both of yourself and of others. Many people remain trapped because they cannot forgive their own mistakes or release the bitterness they hold against those who wronged them. But holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and expecting another to suffer. Forgiveness is not weakness, it is freedom. It unlocks the mind and allows you to step into the present unshackled. To reset your mind, you must also take control of your inner dialogue. Words are powerful, especially the ones you say to yourself. If your mind is constantly filled with criticism and self-doubt, you will act in ways that confirm those thoughts. By deliberately choosing to affirm strength, courage, and resilience, you reprogram your mental environment. Over time, these positive affirmations take root, and your behavior begins to align with them naturally. Resetting is about creating space for new ideas to flourish. A cluttered mind has no room for vision. By releasing the old, you open space for creativity, clarity, and innovation. Life rewards those who renew their thinking, who are willing to let go of outdated beliefs, and who dare to start fresh. When the mind is reset, possibilities appear where once there were only obstacles, and the path forward becomes clearer with each step. Once the mind is reset, the journey can begin again with renewed energy and determination. To restart your journey is to embrace the idea that endings are not failures but opportunities to begin anew. Life often places roadblocks in the way, moments when everything seems lost, when the effort feels wasted, and when discouragement whispers that progress is impossible. Yet, restarting is the refusal to accept defeat as final. It is the decision to rise, to gather strength, and to step forward once more, not from the same place of weakness, but from a higher place of wisdom gained through experience. Restarting requires courage, because it means acknowledging that the previous attempt did not bring the desired result. For many, this acknowledgement is difficult, as pride clings to the illusion of perfection. But there is no shame in starting over. Each restart carries the strength of lessons learned, scars earned, and resilience tested. What may have seemed like wasted time in the past becomes preparation for a stronger comeback. The one who restarts does not begin empty-handed, they begin with knowledge, with clarity, and with deeper understanding of the path ahead. Every sunrise is proof that life itself is built on restarts. No matter how long the night, morning always comes with a fresh chance. The world does not ask you to be flawless, it only asks you to keep moving. When you restart your journey, you declare that failure is not the end, but part of the process. History has never celebrated those who quit, but it is filled with stories of those who fell and rose again. Each restart places you in that company of perseverance. Restarting also demands humility. It means admitting that change is necessary, that the old path may need adjustment, and that the direction may require refinement. Too often people cling to a plan that no longer serves them, stubbornly walking a road that leads nowhere. Restarting gives permission to alter the course, to choose a better path, and to redirect energy towards something more aligned with true purpose. It is not weakness to pivot, it is wisdom. Another aspect of restarting is patience. The journey may take longer than expected, and results may not appear immediately. Yet, persistence is more powerful than speed. Even small steps taken consistently after a restart accumulate into great distances. The key is not to measure how fast you move, but how faithfully you keep moving after each setback. Restarting also strengthens character. Every time you rise after falling, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than circumstances. Confidence grows not from never failing, but from learning that failure cannot hold you. The more you restart, the less you fear obstacles, because you understand they cannot end your journey unless you allow them to. Restarting transforms setbacks into stepping stones and builds the inner fortitude required for lasting achievement. To refocus your life is to bring clarity to your vision and direct your energy toward what truly matters. Without focus, even the greatest effort is scattered, and scattered effort produces weak results. A person may work tirelessly, but if their energy is divided among distractions and unclear goals, their progress will always feel slow and unsatisfying. Focus transforms effort into power. It gathers your time, your thoughts, and your actions into a single stream, allowing you to push forward with force and certainty. When life feels overwhelming, it is often not because the path is too difficult, but because attention is spread too thin across too many directions. Refocusing begins with asking yourself what you truly want. Most people drift through life chasing what others expect of them, following paths that do not align with their own desires or pursuing goals without a clear purpose. This creates inner conflict, where energy is spent but fulfillment is absent. To refocus means to pause, to step back, and to clearly define the vision of where you want to go. A definite aim acts like a compass, guiding your daily decisions and actions. When you know what you are working toward, it becomes easier to say no to distractions and yes to opportunities that bring you closer to your destination. Distraction is one of the greatest enemies of progress. Modern life is filled with noise, constant demands, endless information, and the pressure to keep up with everything happening around you. It is easy to lose sight of your true priorities when your attention is pulled in 100 directions. Refocusing is the discipline of filtering out what does not serve your purpose. It requires the courage to cut away unnecessary tasks, unproductive habits, and even relationships that drain energy. Each time you let go of what does not align with your vision, you strengthen your ability to give your best to what does. Another part of refocusing is aligning your daily actions with your long-term goals. A person may dream of success, but without directing daily effort toward that dream, it remains only a wish. Focus bridges the gap between desire and achievement. It transforms lofty ideas into practical steps, ensuring that every choice, no matter how small, moves you closer to your purpose. The clearer the focus, the greater the consistency, and the more predictable the results. Refocusing also demands self-discipline. The mind naturally wanders, seeking comfort and distraction. Discipline trains the mind to return to what matters whenever it strays. Each time you bring yourself back to your vision, you strengthen the habit of focus. Over time, this habit becomes natural, and staying committed to your path requires less struggle. With focus, even obstacles lose their power. Challenges that once seemed overwhelming become manageable because you no longer waste energy on unnecessary battles. Your strength is concentrated, your vision is sharp, and your determination is unwavering. When your life is refocused, everything you do aligns with your highest goals, and progress becomes inevitable. Clarity and focus together create a force far greater than effort alone. Many people work hard yet see little progress because their vision is clouded and their energy is scattered. Clarity is the ability to see exactly what you want and why you want it, while focus is the discipline to direct your thoughts and actions toward that goal without distraction. When these two elements unite, they transform ordinary effort into extraordinary power. A clear vision gives direction, and focused action ensures steady movement toward that vision. Without clarity, a person may move quickly but in the wrong direction. Without focus, a person may know where they want to go but never gather enough strength to arrive there. Together, clarity and focus form the foundation of achievement. Clarity requires deep reflection. It demands that you strip away confusion, fear, and the expectations of others, and instead ask yourself what you truly desire. Many people confuse business with progress because they have never taken the time to define their purpose. They move in circles, mistaking motion for advancement. True clarity eliminates this cycle by providing a definite aim. Once you are clear about your purpose, decisions become easier, because every choice can be measured against whether it brings you closer to or farther from your goal. This clarity becomes a filter through which you evaluate opportunities, tasks, and even relationships, allowing you to invest energy only where it matters most. Focus, on the other hand, is the ability to sustain attention on that clear goal despite distractions. The world is full of noise, constantly demanding your attention with promises of quick rewards and instant gratification. Without focus, the mind drifts, energy is wasted, and progress slows. But when you train yourself to remain fixed on your goal, you gather your strength like a magnifying glass concentrating the sun's rays. What seems impossible to the scattered becomes inevitable to the focused. The combination of clarity and focus also strengthens persistence. When you know exactly what you want, setbacks lose much of their power. Instead of discouragement, you interpret obstacles as temporary detours. Focus keeps you moving forward even when progress feels slow, because your mind remains locked on the destination. The clear vision reminds you why the struggle is worth it, and focus provides the discipline to continue. This partnership creates resilience that outlasts difficulty. Another benefit of clarity and focus is efficiency. Time and energy are limited resources, and those who lack clarity waste them chasing too many things at once. When you are clear on your purpose and focused on your path, you eliminate unnecessary effort. Every action contributes directly to your vision, and progress accelerates. You accomplish more with less energy because there is no longer division of attention. Clarity and focus together transform effort into power. They ensure that every thought, decision, and action is aligned with your greater purpose, turning ordinary consistency into extraordinary achievement. Obstacles are not endings, but signals that growth is required, adjustments must be made, and strength must be developed. Too often, people interpret obstacles as permanent barriers, as if the presence of difficulty means the journey must stop. Yet the truth is that obstacles are part of the path itself. They are not detours that take you away from your destination, but tests that prepare you for it. Every great accomplishment has been met with resistance. If success were simple and smooth, everyone would achieve it easily, but it is precisely the obstacles that separate those who persist from those who surrender. They are the natural gatekeepers to progress, ensuring that only those with courage, faith, and determination continue moving forward. When you meet an obstacle, you are presented with a choice: retreat into discouragement or press forward with creativity and resilience. The first choice leads to stagnation, where fear grows stronger and opportunities pass by. The second choice leads to growth, where you discover inner resources you may not have known existed. Many breakthroughs in history, inventions, businesses, and personal triumphs were born not from comfort but from challenge. The obstacle itself forces the mind to stretch, to think differently, to act with greater persistence, and to uncover solutions that would never have appeared in ease. Obstacles reveal character. It is easy to remain committed when everything is going smoothly, but true strength is shown when the path is difficult. Each time you face an obstacle and continue forward, you prove to yourself that your purpose is greater than the problem in front of you. This builds resilience, which becomes one of the most valuable assets in the pursuit of any goal. Resilience is not developed in times of comfort, it is forged in the fire of challenge. Every setback, every delay, and every difficulty you overcome adds another layer of confidence, reminding you that no obstacle is final unless you allow it to be. Obstacles are also teachers. They show you where you must improve, what skills you must sharpen, and what weaknesses you must address. Instead of treating them as enemies, view them as mentors pointing out the areas that need growth. A person who avoids obstacles avoids growth, while the one who confronts them becomes stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the future. When you shift your perspective in this way, obstacles lose much of their power to discourage you. Instead of seeing them as walls, you begin to see them as stepping stones. Another truth about obstacles is that they often redirect you to a better path. Sometimes the obstacle is not meant to stop you but to guide you. What you thought was the best way forward may not have been the most effective or aligned with your true purpose. The resistance forces you to pause, to reevaluate, and to discover a path that is more suited for your growth. Many people later look back at the obstacles they once cursed and realize they were blessings in disguise, for without them they would not have found the opportunities that shaped their success. Persistence in the face of obstacles is the key to turning them from blocks into building materials. Each problem carries within it the seed of a solution, but only those who continue searching will find it. Quitting guarantees failure, while persistence guarantees progress, even if it is slow. The obstacle may not move at once, but with consistent effort it eventually yields. History has proven repeatedly that those who refuse to stop, no matter how many times they fall, eventually rise to victory. Obstacles should therefore not be feared but embraced as part of the journey. They are the signals that growth is happening, the proof that you are moving, and the opportunities for transformation hidden in difficulty. They refine vision, strengthen determination, and prepare you to handle the success that lies ahead. Fresh starts are strength because they reveal the courage to rise after falling and the determination to keep moving despite setbacks. Many people believe that starting over is a sign of weakness, as though admitting the need for a new beginning means failure has won. Yet the truth is the opposite. To start fresh requires bravery, for it means letting go of the comfort of what is familiar. Even if that familiarity brings only disappointment, it means facing the unknown with the belief that a new path holds greater promise than clinging to what no longer works. Every new beginning carries with it a spark of energy. It awakens hope, refreshes determination, and reawakens creativity. When you allow yourself to start again, you release the heavy burden of regret and open the door to possibility. Life is constantly offering chances for renewal, but only those who embrace them experience growth. A fresh start is proof that you have not been defeated by your past, but are willing to rise above it. Strength is not found in pretending that everything has gone perfectly. Strength is found in recognizing that the journey has brought mistakes, challenges, and failures, and yet choosing to continue. Each fresh start is built on lessons that were not available to you before. You do not begin at zero, you begin with experience, with wisdom, and with deeper clarity of what is truly important. This makes every new attempt more powerful than the last. A fresh start also breaks the chains of fear. Fear often whispers that because you failed once, you will fail again. It tells you that trying again will only bring pain. But when you rise and restart, you prove to yourself that fear does not control you. You show that your will to grow is stronger than your fear of falling. Each time you make a fresh start, your courage expands and your confidence strengthens. You learn that setbacks are temporary, but your spirit is enduring. Choosing to begin again demonstrates resilience. Resilience is not the absence of difficulty, it is the ability to bounce back every time difficulty strikes. Fresh starts embody resilience in action. They tell the world that you are not defined by what happened yesterday, but by what you choose to do today. This mindset transforms obstacles into stepping stones and failures into foundations for future success. A new beginning also sharpens focus. When you restart, you have the chance to realign with your true purpose. You can leave behind distractions that once held you back and pour your energy into what matters most. Each restart brings clarity, helping you cut away what no longer serves you and strengthening your commitment to what does. Fresh starts are not weakness, but renewal. They are declarations that you will not remain where you fell, that you are strong enough to rise, wise enough to learn, and determined enough to continue forward with greater power than before. Success belongs to the focused because focus channels energy, effort, and determination into a single direction. Without focus, even great talent and hard work can be wasted, scattered across too many distractions. A person who tries to chase everything achieves little, while the one who dedicates their attention to a definite aim moves steadily toward accomplishment. Focus is the bridge between desire and achievement, turning intention into consistent action. It is not about working harder, but about working with precision, ensuring that every effort is aligned with the ultimate goal. The focused individual does not allow temporary noise to cloud their vision. Distractions will always exist, opinions of others, daily challenges, and countless opportunities that pull attention in different directions. But success demands the discipline to filter out what does not contribute to the greater purpose. Each moment of focus is a declaration that the destination matters more than the distractions along the way. The mind is like a lens. When scattered, light is weak, but when concentrated, it becomes powerful enough to burn through obstacles. Focus also fuels persistence. When the mind is locked on a clear objective, setbacks do not feel like reasons to quit, but like steps in the process. Every challenge becomes another chance to strengthen resolve. The focused person does not give up because they are not confused about what they are after. They know the value of their goal, and that knowledge keeps them pressing forward when others stop. It is not sheer willpower alone that sustains them, but the clarity that comes with unwavering focus. Another reason success belongs to the focused is that focus brings mastery. When energy is concentrated on one pursuit, skills sharpen, understanding deepens, and excellence grows. The person who divides their time across too many pursuits remains average in each, but the one who concentrates becomes exceptional. Success often comes not to the one who knows a little of everything, but to the one who masters a specific area through years of focused effort. That mastery creates value, and value always attracts success. Focus also creates momentum. Each small action consistently repeated in one direction builds strength over time. Just as a river cuts through stone not by power but by persistence, focused effort eventually breaks through barriers. The individual who focuses gains speed and consistency, while the unfocused remains stuck, restarting over and over without progress. Momentum built through focus becomes an unstoppable force that carries you toward your vision. Success is not random, and it is not reserved for the lucky. It is the reward of those who keep their eyes fixed on a definite purpose and refuse to let their energy scatter. Focus transforms vision into reality, discipline into results, and effort into victory. It is the quality that distinguishes dreamers from achievers and ensures that success belongs to those who remain unwavering in their pursuit. Desire and discipline together create destiny because wanting something deeply is only the beginning, while the consistent action to pursue it turns that desire into reality. Desire is the spark that awakens ambition, the inner fire that makes a person dream of a better life, greater achievements, or meaningful impact. Without desire, there is no vision, no drive, no reason to act, yet desire alone is not enough. Many people dream of success, wealth, health, or happiness, but only a few transform those dreams into outcomes. The difference lies in discipline, the steady, deliberate practice of aligning daily actions with that burning desire. No matter how difficult the path becomes, desire gives life direction, but discipline provides the structure to reach it. A person who longs for success but lacks discipline will start strong but quickly fade when challenges arise. Their energy is inconsistent, and their results reflect that inconsistency. On the other hand, when discipline is present, every step, even the smallest, becomes progress. Discipline does not rely on mood or motivation. It is the commitment to act whether or not conditions feel favorable. It is the ability to push forward when the excitement of desire begins to fade, ensuring that progress continues even when the journey feels heavy. True discipline grows out of desire. If the goal is not meaningful enough, discipline will not last. That is why the first step toward destiny is to cultivate a desire so strong it becomes unshakable, a purpose that burns bright even in times of struggle. Once this desire is clearly defined, discipline becomes less of a burden and more of a natural extension of that purpose. The person who knows exactly why they want something finds it easier to stay consistent, because every act of discipline brings them closer to what their heart demands. Discipline transforms desire into habits, and habits shape destiny. When daily routines are built around the pursuit of a vision, success becomes inevitable. Waking early, practicing skills, studying, working diligently, exercising, saving money. These are not grand, one-time acts, but disciplined habits that compound over time. Just as water carves through rock with steady persistence, disciplined habits driven by strong desire carve the path to destiny. Obstacles and setbacks are inevitable, but desire and discipline together overcome them. Desire keeps the vision alive when circumstances seem impossible, and discipline provides the strength to act despite the hardship. Together they form resilience, the quality that ensures that temporary failure does not become permanent defeat. A person with desire but no discipline will quit, and a person with discipline but no true desire will burn out. But when both are present, nothing can stop the progress toward destiny. Destiny is not written by chance or luck. It is created each day by those who hold on to their burning desire and back it with unwavering discipline. This partnership transforms dreams into plans, plans into action, and action into achievement, shaping a life that reflects purpose, persistence, and power. Desire and discipline together create destiny, because wanting something deeply is only the beginning, while the consistent action to pursue it turns that desire into reality. Desire is the spark that awakens ambition, the inner fire that makes a person dream of a better life, greater achievements, or meaningful impact. Without desire, there is no vision, no drive, no reason to act. Yet desire alone is not enough. Many people dream of success, wealth, health, or happiness, but only a few transform those dreams into outcomes. The difference lies in discipline, the steady, deliberate practice of aligning daily actions with that burning desire, no matter how difficult the path becomes. Desire gives life direction, but discipline provides the structure to reach it. A person who longs for success but lacks discipline will start strong but quickly fade when challenges arise. Their energy is inconsistent, and their results reflect that inconsistency. On the other hand, when discipline is present, every step, even the smallest, becomes progress. Discipline does not rely on mood or motivation. It is the commitment to act whether or not conditions feel favorable. It is the ability to push forward when the excitement of desire begins to fade, ensuring that progress continues even when the journey feels heavy. True discipline grows out of desire. If the goal is not meaningful enough, discipline will not last. That is why the first step toward destiny is to cultivate a desire so strong it becomes unshakable, a purpose that burns bright even in times of struggle. Once this desire is clearly defined, discipline becomes less of a burden and more of a natural extension of that purpose. The person who knows exactly why they want something finds it easier to stay consistent, because every act of discipline brings them closer to what their heart demands. Discipline transforms desire into habits, and habits shape destiny. When daily routines are built around the pursuit of a vision, success becomes inevitable. Waking early, practicing skills, studying, working diligently, exercising, saving money, these are not grand, one-time acts but disciplined habits that compound over time. Just as water carves through rock with steady persistence, disciplined habits driven by strong desire carve the path to destiny. Obstacles and setbacks are inevitable, but desire and discipline together overcome them. Desire keeps the vision alive when circumstances seem impossible, and discipline provides the strength to act despite the hardship. Together they form resilience, the quality that ensures that temporary failure does not become permanent defeat. A person with desire but no discipline will quit, and a person with discipline but no true desire will burn out. But when both are present, nothing can stop the progress toward destiny. Destiny is not written by chance or luck. It is created each day by those who hold on to their burning desire and back it with unwavering discipline. This partnership transforms dreams into plans, plans into action, and action into achievement, shaping a life that reflects purpose, persistence, and power. Remember this: you are never stuck. At any moment you can reset your mind, restart your journey, and refocus your life. Do this with courage and persistence, and no obstacle will be strong enough to hold you back.